Pokemon Discord version. Arc 5. Secrets of Nature. Part 2.
Halt! How dare you trespass here?
A voice booms from across the now opened ceiling cave. As Aiden steps into the dragon's den from the cavern tunnels, he is met with a bright light from the sun, as the inside of this mountainous fortress is a society that was surrounded and protected by miles and miles of sturdy mountain walls. This place was seriously huge, as well as beautifully lush and simply utopian.
My name is Aiden Monarch of Hollowtown. I come in the name of Master Eldridge, the Liberator.
Aiden replied to the voice. March, march, swoop, swoop. Aiden is now swarmed with dragonic warriors that quickly rush over to him, weapons drawn and ready to fight.
Master Eldridge, how are we to believe the sage sent you here?
Said one of the warriors.
I have proof,
Aiden says as he reaches for Eldridge's note.
Here, a scroll from my master himself. I seek Crowley Lightsworn of the Ancient Dragon.
Quickly, Aiden is knocked unconscious by one of the dragon warriors. He awakens a short time later in the presence of the Dragon Clan's royal elders and family, including Crowley. Awake. Good. I have some questions for you, Aiden Monarch, says Crowley of the Ancient Dragon with a cold, unforgiving tone in his voice.
Who are you?
Aiden replied, rubbing his sore head. I am Lord Crowley Lightsworn of the Ancient Dragon. Why have you so rudely barged into our sacred land unannounced? He said to Aiden, expecting a prompt response.
I traveled here from Hollowtown in hopes of an alignment, sir. Master Eldridge has trained me extensively, and he has tasked me to find the strongest factions who are willing to bring the fight to Team Rocket and put an indefinite end to their tyranny in the Cold Era.
Suddenly, the clan members burst out wildly with laughter. Foolish child! How could the likes of you convince anyone to start a war with Team Rocket? Are you mad? These kinds of blasphemous ideals only lead to pain and death, said Crowley. You expect me to put the lives of my clan in harm's way and in the hands of an inexperienced child? Aiden now felt as if he would fail his mission. Leave my dragon's den at once. My advice to you, child, is to turn around and head back to Hollowtown before you get yourself or anyone else killed. A fool like you could never conquer Team Rocket, even with our help. Now go, leave this place and do not come back, Crowley said to Aiden with a fierce tone in his voice. Aiden was not backing down. He didn't come all this way just to be sent back.
You're wrong, Lord Crowley. We aren't looking to start a war at all. The war has already been started. Team Rocket continues to devastate Goëtia, and the pain and suffering grows darker every day that goes by. Will you all seriously continue to sit idly by and do nothing while they turn our home into a desolate wasteland? I don't know this myself, but I've heard stories of countless times where your clan had turned the tide of world destruction in the past. Why won't you help us? Everyone out there is suffering while you hide in your mountain and do nothing.
Quickly, Crowley cuts Aiden off. How dare you! You insolent fool of a child! You know nothing of our clan. Now, I'm willing to give you one more chance to walk out of here and go home. If you choose not to, you will be taken prisoner. This is your final warning. Leave now, he says to Aiden. Aiden quickly searches his thoughts for anything that will help him here. He then remembers what Anzu said earlier. Anzu.
Those dragon lovers won't be convinced of an alignment without a battle, and a good one at that.
I'm sorry, my lord. I can't leave yet. I challenge you to a battle. If I win, your clan will join forces with us. If I lose, you can take me as your prisoner,
Aiden says to Lord Crowley with confidence. Suddenly, all of the clan members but one began laughing wildly at Aiden. This one clan member was Drasna, Mother of Dragons. She was Lord Crowley's wife and mother to his two sons. She only looked up at Aiden with sadness in her eyes. You arrogant child! You really think you can fare against me in combat? You certainly are tenacious. How about this? You will battle the weakest of my clan instead of me. This is my youngest son, Blythe Lightsworn.
He is 16 years old and has only received basic training in the ways of the ancient dragon. Quite frankly, Blythe has been a disappointment to me. So now is his chance to prove to me that he isn't a complete failure living in his older brother's shadow. Blythe, show me what you've learned. Defeat this child and show him what it means to live beneath the shadow of the ancient dragon, Crowley says, giving his son confidence. Blythe Lightsworn, the black sheep of the ancient dragon clan. He was a hot-headed young boy who was constantly under pressure put on him by his father Crowley. His older brother Ephraim Lightsworn was a prodigy of the dragon clan, his father's pride and joy. This left Blythe on the back burner his whole life as he struggled to impress his image-obsessed father and keep up with his unbelievably talented older brother. Yes, father, Blythe says as he steps up to face Aiden. Now, both combatants face each other. This will be a full contact battle and not a sparring match. Anything goes in this match, so the first one of you to submit or die will lose. Now, begin! Lord Crowley says as Aiden and Blythe square up on the battlefield. So your name is Blythe? I'm Aiden. It's really nice to meet you, Aiden says as he unclips his Pokeballs from his belt and summons Zubat and Eevee. This is Eevee and Zubat, my Pokemon partners and best pals, Aiden says to Blythe as members of the Dragon Clan continue to laugh and ridicule the weak-looking Pokemon Aiden summoned. Well, Aiden, I hope you know how to submit, because if not, you're gonna die here. Go, Bagon! Action! Blythe says as he summons his two partners to the field. Aiden quickly arms himself with two daggers, for he knew this wouldn't be an easy battle. Let's go! Blythe says as he runs up to Aiden, charging in full throttle. Axew! Use Dragon Rage! Bagon! You too! His two dragons released attacks that rapidly shot fiery dragon energy at Aiden's Pokemon as he continued to charge in. Zubat! Use Supersonic! Eevee! Quick Attack! Aiden says as he dodges Blythe, trying to strike Aiden head on. Zubat gets hit with Dragon Rage but isn't done yet. Eevee dodges the Dragon Rage and uses Quick Attack, making contact with Axew, damaging it slightly. Zubat! One more time! Supersonic! Eevee, Swift Attack! Aiden says as he is blocking and striking, locked in a hand-to-hand combat battle with Blythe. Zubat's Supersonic hits Bagon, leaving it in a confusion. Then from there, Eevee's Swift Attack hits both Pokemon, damaging them severely. Axew! Poison Jab Attack now! Bagon? Huh? Bagon, no! Blythe says as Bagon runs into his path because of its confusion, tripping Blythe, allowing Aiden to connect with a perfect hit to Blythe's face, sending him flying backwards. Blythe quickly gets up and realizes that Bagon has fainted and is now unable to battle. Damn! Bagon, return! He brings it back to its Pokeball. In all the commotion, Axew's Poison Jab connects heavily with Zubat, causing it to faint as well. Zubat, return! You did a great job, buddy, Aiden says to Zubat. Now, both Aiden and Blythe only have one Pokemon left, and have both taken damage. Axew, Dragon Dance! Blythe says as Axew raises its attack and speed stats. Blythe stands back as Axew does so and begins to focus and concentrate on his own energies. Huh? What's that? Aiden says to Blythe as Blythe's arms and legs begin to faintly glow a golden glow. Now I'll show you the hidden ability of the ancient dragon! Yeah! Blythe says as he charges up his energy enough to form gauntlet-like weapons around his arms and legs, effectively giving him some dangerous-looking weapons. This is the energy of the divine dragons! I'll show you firsthand why my clan is famous for its godlike powers! I'll summon the secrets of nature! Yeah! Blythe charges Aiden again. This time his movement speed was enhanced. This made it harder for Aiden to dodge his attacks. Wow, this power is crazy! Aiden says, admiring his adversary's abilities. Aiden tries his best to dodge and counter, but is only met with a super hard impact hit from Blythe's dragon-enhanced fist. Ah! Aiden was hit hard and flew back. Eevee! Swift! He says while he gets back up and throws an explosive blade at Blythe. Boom!
Blythe effortlessly counters the explosion with a backflip kick using his leg gauntlets. As he does this, Axew dashes with quicker movement speed towards Evie and connects with another poison jab. Evie! Aiden yells as he continues holding Blythe back, throwing daggers and explosive blades. Evie hangs in there and gets up onto its feet. Alright, boy! Now, use double team! Evie quickly makes illusionary copies of itself, making itself even more elusive. Axew tries for another poison jab and misses. Evie, one more time! Use swift attack! Aiden yells out to Evie as it commences the attack. Axew is hit, leaving it on its last legs. Blythe charges forward and front flip downward kicks, landing on Aiden, smashing him into the ground. Evie sees this happen and becomes worried for Aiden. Ha! You'll never be better than my clan! You come in here unannounced and challenge my father to a battle, and this is all you've got? Blythe ridicules Aiden as he lifts him off of the ground by his collar, holding him up. Submit now! Submit to Blythe of the Ancient Dragon! Aiden struggles as Blythe gives him a chance to submit. No? So you choose not to submit? Stupid kid! You're gonna die here! Blythe lifts his glowing fist, cocking it back, giving him one last chance. Suddenly, a piercing sound cuts through everything and fills the whole dragon den. Huh? What is that? Says Blythe as he turns around, only to see that Aiden's Evie had begun evolving. What? Impossible! Says Lord Crowley as he and the rest of the Dragon Clan watch in awe. What? It's evolving during battle? Said Blythe as he watched Evie's evolution. Evie, you're evolving? Aiden says as Blythe lets him go, distracted by the evolution. Aiden uses this opportunity to plant an explosive on Blythe's armor without him noticing. He lights it quickly, then spin kicks Blythe with a devastating impact to his gut, sending him flying back with the explosive igniting as he landed, giving him a second damaging blow. Aiden looks over at Evie's evolution. Aiden's Evie has evolved into Sylveon and learned the move Dazzling Gleam. Aiden's thoughts. Sylveon, the fairy type Eon Spirit. Fairy types are supposed to be super effective against dragon types. This is my only chance. Blythe was damaged severely and was taking a while regaining his equilibrium. Here we go, Sylveon! Aim at both of them! Let's use Dazzling Gleam and finish this battle off! Sylveon quickly charged his energy and took aim. It unleashes its dazzling gleam that lights up the whole dragon den with a blinding flash. Boom! With an intense impact, Blythe and Axew are hit, fainting Axew in the process and leaving Blythe too damaged to move. We did it! Great job, Sylveon! You're the best! Aiden cheered as Sylveon ran into his arms in celebration. Aiden then looks over at Crowley. The rest of the clan's jaws were still dropped from witnessing the surprise victory delivered by this young boy who just waltzed in and defeated one of their own. Lord Crowley's face didn't look surprised, only disappointed. He gets up abruptly and walks towards the exit. Hey, what about our deal? I won! Doesn't that mean... Aiden gets cut off by Crowley's angry scowl. That win means nothing! All that you proved to me was that I was wrong in assuming my son had any hope of not being the failure that I already knew he was. Now leave this dwelling and never return! Aiden's face went from excited to disappointed quickly. No! That isn't fair! We had a deal! Aiden yelled as Crowley walked away and said, Guards! Escort this boy off of the premises and ensure that he never returns. Now get out of my sight! The guards follow orders and escort him right back out to where he came from. As they're walking, one of the guards says, Hey kid, I just want to say, that was incredible. We all expected you to fail, and you turned the whole battle around. Even with weaker Pokemon and less experience, you still came out on top. Say, did Master Eldridge really send you? I'm a huge fan of his. Abruptly, he is cut off by the other guard who says, Pause, that's enough.
We are to make sure he leaves and then get back inside. We don't want to be out here for long, you know that. Now, get out of here, kid. Aiden walks towards the bridge as the guards watch him walk away, making sure he actually leaves as instructed.
Best of luck to you, kid. I'm rooting for you all the way.
Oh, if you see the master,
Tell him Paz says hello.
the guard Paz says as his voice fades while Aiden gets further away. Back outside, Aiden is exhausted and feels as if the last thing he wants to do is cross this bridge again. Phew. Well, I guess I'll use the same tactic as before, except now there's even less planks for me to walk across, so I need to be extra careful. Ugh. Well, here I go, he says to himself weakly. Aiden takes one step and begins to feel his exhaustion take over. Before he knows it, he is passing out. He is now falling unconscious down onto the bridge, immediately breaking the planks he lands on. Aiden begins falling head first with his eyes closed, plummeting down the deep 200-foot ravine. Swoop! Whoosh! Suddenly, Anzu scoops him up in a blink of an eye and flies him over the whole ravine back to safety.
Anzu?
Aiden says weakly as he slowly wakes up on his tarp beside a campfire.
You awake yet, kid?
Anzu says to Aiden as he opens his eyes.
Anzu!
Aiden jumps up in excitement.
Whoa, take it easy, kid. You took a significant amount of damage in that last battle. I've already healed your Pokemon and tended to your wounds. You did good, kid. You've earned a good rest. However, it seems we've got a visitor en route. The kid you battled earlier is on his way here for some reason. I suggest you see what he wants,
said Anzu to Aiden.
What? What do you mean he's on his way here?
Aiden said as he looked over to see Blythe walking up to him with a packed bag and fresh gear. Anzu, of course, disappeared again.
Hey, it's you again! Blythe! What's going on?
Aiden said to Blythe. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for earlier. I wasn't really going to kill you. I just really wanted to impress my father, Blythe said to Aiden. Yeah, it seems like he's really hard on you, huh? Aiden replies to him. Trust me, you don't even know. But anyways, I've decided I want to come with you on your journey. I know I'm not as powerful as my father or brother, but I'll do anything to help your cause, Blythe says to Aiden. Confused, Aiden says, But what about your clan? It seems like a really closed-up society over there, huh? Aiden was trying his best not to offend Blythe with his words. Well, I sort of snuck out and stole a ridiculous amount of gear and supplies for our journey. So I'd say we have about till morning until they send a search party to come looking for me. If they even care enough to find me, that is. It seems as of lately all I've done is disappoint and dishonor them with everything I do. But anyways, forget them. I agree fully with what you were saying about Team Rocket, and I want to make a change just like you do. I've never met Master Eldridge personally, but I heard stories of him and his heroic deeds. His accomplishments are truly inspiring to me, and one day I aim to be a hero just like him, Blythe said to Aiden. Well, Blythe, regardless of how we do it, we will complete our mission. That's a promise. We would be honored to have you join us. Sylvian, Zubat, and I want to formally welcome you to the team, said Aiden to Blythe. Blythe and Aiden shake hands in excitement and settle down for the night. Blythe pulls out his inventory, showing Aiden the sheer amount of food and supplies. More excited than ever, Aiden, Blythe, and their Pokemon partners eat a nice filling meal and share stories, getting to know each other as new friends.
Well, this certainly is an interesting turn of events. The kid's got himself a teammate.
Anzu says to himself as he stays hidden from Blythe for the moment.
I guess I'll eventually have to reveal myself to the Dragon Kid. Who would have known? The old man was right. The kid actually got a member of the Dragon Clan on his side.
Anzu says to himself as he stays hidden, ready to assist and test the boy's abilities as needed. Aiden was overjoyed to have a traveling companion that wasn't a scary, powerful spirit, though he was thankful to have Anzu around nonetheless. Things were looking up for Aiden as of now. However, the road ahead would not be an easy one. Their path was clear, though they were unsure of the danger that lurked around every corner, waiting to catch them off guard at any moment. The next morning.
Lord Crowley, I'm so sorry to interrupt your morning meditation. But you must come quickly. Your son has disappeared from the atrium, said Royal Guard Zaldin to Crowley.
What? Which one? Blythe or Ephraim? Crowley quickly replies.
It's Blythe, my lord. He's disappeared, and it looks like he has taken a heavy cache of gear and supplies. This doesn't look like a kidnapping, my lord. It seems Blythe has left the Dragon's Den willingly,
said Zaldin. Yes, so it seems, said Crowley.
Shall I dispatch a search team for his retrieval, my lord?
Zaldin says to Crowley. That won't be necessary, Zaldin. I will send my most elite agent, Ephraim, to bring Blythe back. My disgraceful son has defied me for the last time. Ephraim, you are to find and retrieve your inferior younger brother by any means necessary. He will no doubt resist his capture. Blythe has long lost his way of the ancient dragon and must face the consequences of his defection and betrayal. None who hold the secrets of nature shall reside anywhere but here in my dragon's den. I regret ever showing him our sacred art. Now go, Ephraim, fulfill your mission, and do not return to me empty-handed, he said to Ephraim with a stern tone. Yes, father, says Ephraim to Crowley as he quickly gathers a fair amount of gear and supplies, preparing for his mission to the outside. Ephraim Lightsworn, a loyal and powerful member of the Dragon clan. It is said that he learned how to use the secrets of nature ability at the age of 6 years old. He was the strongest member in all of the clan's history to unlock the power of the ancient dragon. He was a prodigy in all forms, being a multi-talented dragon warrior. However, because of his early development, his father left him without a real childhood. Ephraim endured harsh and almost inhumane forms of training throughout his whole lifetime. He suffered greatly, but conquered every challenge and obstacle his father laid out before him with flying colors. His intellect matched his physical abilities almost perfectly, as he continued to impress his father and every other member of their close-knit society. He did all of this to become the best of the best. He followed his father's ideals and orders without question. He believed that the Dragon clan was better off closed away from the rest of the world, and to protect his people was his main priority. Currently, Ephraim is 21 years old, only 5 years older than his younger brother Blythe. Ephraim and Blythe used to be best friends when they were younger. However, the difference in their abilities would quickly cause a rift between the two brothers, for Blythe would secretly envy Ephraim, as well as long for the old days when things were much simpler and neither of them had the burden of training weighing down on their shoulders. Blythe always wanted to be great and surpass his older brother, but alas, he would always feel the painfulness of hanging on Ephraim's coattails. Blythe also expressed these feelings to Ephraim on many different occasions, only making himself look weaker to his clan in conclusion. Ephraim felt pity for his younger brother, but he did not hate him by any means. He always wanted to be there for Blythe as much as he could, though he quickly realized reaching out to his brother would be just as impossible as reaching out to his father. From then on, Ephraim engaged in an eternal rivalry with Blythe, one that would drive him to becoming the powerful warrior he always dreamed of being. The truth is, Ephraim always cared for his younger brother deeply, but could never get through to him with words. As Ephraim sets off on his quest to retrieve his brother, he thinks deeply to himself. Ephraim's thoughts. You really messed up this time, brother. My hope is for Father to have mercy on your soul when I bring you back home.